welcome back to my channel. We're back in City Skylines in episode 2. If you missed episode number 1, we built the United States. That's right. So we've got the United States, and in the previous episode, we built Manhattan, which is actually doing pretty well right now. Look at it. Ooh, looking good. We got all these cute little piers. We've got Lady Liberty over here. What's up? What's good? How you doing? We got a ferry. We've got JFK, which is still kind of small. And we've got a plane here with only 32 passengers. We're gonna have to improve that. In episode 2, I wanted to focus on the East Coast primarily. I added some more names. So we've got Philadelphia. Names, I mean cities. Washington, Richmond, Charlotte, Atlanta, Nashville, Indianapolis. How do you say that? Indianapolis. There you go. Columbus, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Also, we've got Orlando. I saw a lot of comments that I was missing out on Orlando. So there it is. Let's start building the rest of the East Coast. This is gonna be amazing. So obviously, the towns themselves or the cities themselves are gonna be big, but like not real life size big, all right? And I'm gonna try to put some monuments in each city which the city has. Now, I don't really know everything about every single United States city. I assume you don't either. That's kind of impossible. But what I do know, for example, is that Washington has the White House. You know, that's an obvious one. So we're gonna put the White House there, which I actually downloaded. Where is it? Here it is, the White House. Now we're gonna have to put that one somewhere in Washington with a nice little park in front of it. And also this other statue, this one, the Washington obelisk. You see, it's in front of the White House as well. Before we do that, let's extend our highway from Manhattan all the way down south towards Miami. I want to have a nice highway that goes down this path. That's gonna be our East Coast highway. There must be one like that in real life too. I don't know the name, but it definitely exists. So we've got the middle highway, which is this one. This is the more central one. It goes actually all the way up north to Canada and all the way to LA as well, but we don't have one that goes down south. Now, let's put that one down somewhere here. I think that's a good intersection place. So we're gonna grab our bulldozer, we're gonna bulldoze the road, and this is going to be a massive intersection, and we're gonna put it down right over here. I think that's a good spot. Very nice. Connect this one. It's not perfectly aligned, but you know, it works, okay? In real life, nothing is perfectly aligned either. All right, so now that we have an intersection there, we can build a highway that goes all the way from around Columbus to Miami. Oh, yes. All right, so what do we do with these mountains? I think we're just gonna have to dig underneath, honestly. We're gonna have to go into a tunnel here. That's the best option we've got. Then you come out of the tunnel and you keep going south. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Same part over here, and there you go. Almost perfectly aligned. I think it works like this. Look how easy that was. Now we've got a highway going south. Now, we're gonna have to kind of twist it this way, and then we just continue straight. Oh, so nice. The problem is the highway, as you can see, already takes up quite a lot of space here on the south of Florida, so I feel like that's a little bit of a shame. So maybe from this point onwards, we should just go into a tunnel so that, you know, you can still build there. And then this tunnel comes out over here. There you go. I think that's good. Otherwise, it's just, you know, literally no space to build, and that's kind of sad. We want to be able to build a big town over here. All right, so that's our East Coast Highway-ish. It's not exactly East Coast Highway because that will be right over here. But what we could do is we can make a tunnel from Orlando to like Washington. Stuff like that could happen eventually. Now, we're gonna build a main road that's also connecting all these areas so that you don't have to take the highway, but the highway is just a quicker route that a lot of civilians will take because there is a lot of traffic here. A lot of traffic. All right, so in Brooklyn, we've got a tunnel entrance right over here, you see? Now, this tunnel actually goes right underneath Manhattan towards New Jersey, and we're gonna have to extend this road. I feel like this is a little bit messy of an exit, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna extend this exit, okay? And we're gonna just, you know, build a main road down south over here. So from Brooklyn, you can drive all the way to God knows where, to the land of America. I mean, we're already in the land of America, but it doesn't matter. The terrain is quite rough. How about we soften that up a little bit before we get onto the exciting part? You know what I mean? Way better. Look. Oh, I love this. It's the greatest tool in the world. Is it really this hilly behind like New Jersey and stuff? Because I feel like it isn't, but maybe it is. I haven't been there too much. Okay, I wouldn't know. Also, keep in mind, this could be like 100 miles away from it. We don't know that. We're in a game, okay? You don't have to be mad. All right, there you go. I feel like that's quite soft. You see, like, it's definitely a lot softer than this rough part over here. That works. We're gonna work with that. Just gonna extend this road. Perfect. We're gonna make it twist down to the shoreline. There we go. Beautiful. This is the road that is gonna be the connective part between Philadelphia, Washington, Richmond, and it's gonna go like along the coastline a little bit. A road this way, not too much straight. Look at that. Gonna build a nice zigzag road going down south. Ooh, I love it. Another turn to the right, or is that left? I have no idea. What's left, what's right? I don't know. We're heading down to the Carolinas. So all the way from Manhattan, we've got this beautiful zigzag road. The reason I'm doing a zigzag road is because the length needs to be longer than the highway over here, because otherwise all the residents slash citizens slash civilians slash whatever you want to call them will take this road instead of the highway, which we don't want. We want all the like trucks and stuff to take the highway and not this like road over here. All right, there you go. And now it's just gonna go straight into Florida. Perfect. Look how cool that road is. I love it. All right, so now that we've got Brooklyn and Manhattan connected on the East Coast, we can finally start building some buildings. And I think what we should do here is we should create like a deep tunnel that goes to this part of the city. You see? Isn't that beautiful? All right, so now New Jersey is not connected to this Brooklyn road. If we get rid of some buildings, we can put a bigger road down. I feel like that's gonna help with some traffic as well. There you go, look at that. That's so much smoother. All right, we're simply gonna connect a really big road from New Jersey along to the metro station. There you go, perfect. All right, so now that that's all connected, we can start building our cities. Now, we're gonna start with some beautiful two-lane roads with trees. Isn't Philadelphia one of the oldest cities in the United States? I feel like it is, but I'm not exactly sure. I just did a quick Google search, and apparently Philadelphia is the city where, you know, the Americans signed the Independency Agreement. Yeah, I know what that is. All right, let's build up these roads a little bit. We're gonna have to be a little bit careful because I don't want to like damage the mountain. I want it to look good, you know? I want it to look good. There you go, a beautiful road going up the hills here. Look at that, fantastic. Now, Philadelphia does have skyscrapers. I will put skyscrapers here, like some office buildings and high residential towers, but I don't have anything downloaded that is actually from Philadelphia right now. Maybe we'll do that later. I do know there's a little river here as well. That's kind of in the center of the city. Now, we don't have that river either. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter all that much. It doesn't need to be super realistic as long as the name is there. There you go. This is gonna be our center of Philadelphia with some skyscrapers and beautiful things like that. Then we have some beautiful mansions on these hills. Oh, it's gonna be nice. Now, in front of Philadelphia, pretty close to the shoreline, we've actually mainly got small cities with farms. So I feel like what would work perfect here is dust roads, right? Crazy, all right? I know, it's crazy. Look at that farmland, everyone. Isn't it awesome? I love it. I love it so much. People who have a gigantic farm are gonna have the beautiful view of Manhattan. Realism, it's great. We could also build some normal houses there, but I don't know. The dust roads really go with farms. So let's start putting those down. One thing about farms though is that there is import and export. We're gonna build these into normal roads. Not all of them, but like the front ones at least. Because maybe we should also have normal people living here and not just farmers. And farmers all normal people, but you get what I mean. Like I said, there's no pollution from these farmers. So, you know, I would not mind living next to a farm. I mean, I think it's kind of cute with little piggies and stuff. Why not? And actually, this is gonna be a main road. So this could be the start of like a shopping area, right? Because the center is gonna have big towers, which is gonna be right over here. All right, so let's start coloring this in with some high towers, residential areas, and office areas. And then I think we could surround it with more like low residential homes, like villas and stuff, you know? There you go, that's our Philadelphia right there. Woohoo! Now, one thing I do realize is that the land is not fertile here, so it might be an issue. There's fertile land over there, isn't it? See, the farmland in the middle is actually like is meant for farming. But there's gonna be farmland here too. Just deal with it, game. And there you go. Let's see what's gonna happen. People are gonna start living here? Hello? The metro station doesn't have power. Oh, there you go. Now we have power. Okay, we gotta make sure that people who live here have schools. So we're gonna have to put a school down. I don't know, let's just, why on the main road? I feel like that'll work pretty good. There you go, a school. Do you need a high school as well? You do need a high school. Look at that, look at that! Oh my god, it's working! This little town is starting to come alive. But we have one issue though, there's still no power. An electricity line from Lady Liberty, thank you. We'll get rid of that later once the city is more connected. But now we should at least have power. Yep, we've got power! We've got power! Philadelphia's starting to grow. Looking juicy. And look at these farmlands. Oh, we're starting to get little things. Oh, look at this, look at this. Hello! Hello! I can hear the sound of chickens. I can hear sheep. Oh, that's purely amazing. That's amazing. Atlanta, Philadelphia. That's where Philadelphia cheese comes from. Have you ever heard about that? It's really good. So we have a little bit more room down here. Maybe we leave that for now. I really like this farmland though. I mean, it is industrial, but it kind of works well. It kind of suits in. All right, so these towers are still quite small. They're gonna grow eventually. They're gonna become really, really big. I mean, look at this one. This one's already starting to look pretty good. And those are not even the biggest ones. They can get really tall. So what we're gonna have to do now is we're gonna have to connect our town with the metro line. Quite important. And we're obviously gonna do that in the center of our city. That's gonna be our area. All right, so let's create a new line all the way from JFK to Philadelphia and back. There you go, perfect. Now they can get around. America's starting to look good, eh? I love it. All right, we gotta smoothen this out a little bit though. It's a bit rough over here. Yeah, we gotta smoothen that out. All right, well, Philadelphia's doing pretty good. How are our farmers doing? Operating normally. Pretty good. Pretty good. That's great news. That's great news. All right, so it's time to start working on Washington. Now, Washington is going to have the White House. I feel like that's gonna be our focus here first. So how about we build a road that connects this area? There you go. We're gonna have to smoothen this out a little bit because the terrain is a bit bumpy over here in Washington. All right, so let's pretend that this area over here is going to be the White House with that thing in the sky. So we're gonna build a beautiful road, because the President of the United States lives here, guys. Look at that, beautiful. That's where the White House is gonna be. Is it the right way around? It is! Oh! All right, so in front of the White House, there is gonna be a pathway, and it's gonna be like a beautiful circle. Look at that. Oh, that's almost like real life. Now, in real life, this one connects over there. This one connects over there, but then it also continues. Is that possible? Yeah, like that. And it closes it into a circle. Yeah, that looks great, Jelly. Maybe like that? I don't know, it's not perfect, but hey, doesn't matter. And over here in real life, we've actually got like a fountain, but I don't have a fountain of that size. I've got that one. I think this is just where we put that little big thing that goes into the sky. Where is it? The obelisk. Obelisk, that's the one. You go right there. It kind of works. That's fine. Look at that. Beautiful. In real life, I think it's like placed more over here. But I think this works, you know? Now, from here, we're just gonna build a straight road up. It's a straight road up, and this is gonna be like an office district. I think in real life, there's some really important things here, but unfortunately, this is a video game, and there's no important things in video games, so it's gonna be an office district. It makes sense. And I guess this is like a little play area, you know? We can put benches down so you can look at the White House. Beautiful. That's perfect. I love it. A little park sign telling you which way do you gotta go for the White House. It's pretty obvious, it's actually right there. Oh, we can put so many cool things down. What's this? Ice cream van! A cannon! Oh, yeah, we gotta put that here. It's protecting the White House. Don't come too close to the White House, we've got cannons. Yeah, well, you get the idea. We can fill it up later a little bit. It's still quite empty, but it's still quite cool. And like I said, this is gonna be an office district. So, offices. Look at that. Offices in front of it as well. Why not? That's Washington right there, guys. I love it so much. Such a cool game. We have a perfect spot here as well for Pittsburgh. Look at that, over the mountain. It's so cool. All right, how about we connect Washington and Philadelphia with this highway part over here? That's gonna help with some traffic flow. With the soft terrain, we can grab our road building tool and we're just gonna build a little bridge. I usually like to do it this way. I feel like it's quite efficient. Like right there. Yeah, perfect. There you go. And now you just connect these pieces together and that's your highway right there. Doesn't have to be perfect, guys, but you know, it looks good. I think it looks good. It looks simple and clean. Now you cut these parts off and then you just create a little like downhill bridge thing, whatever you call that. And how about we turn this into a roundabout? A roundabout! Quite a big one, quite a big one. Yeah, like right over there. Perfect, beautiful. So you get off the roundabout and then you have to circle your way around. Look, you have to circle your way around to get wherever you want to go. But if you come from this way, you can easily take the shortcut. Whoa! I love it. All right, so our Washington D.C. is without electricity. Let's just snatch a power line. And how about we do that here as well, so we get rid of the lady one. Lady Liberty, thank you for your power and your service. What a good lady. Now, trash is actually starting to pile up in Philadelphia. Look, we're starting to get some trash. And that is not a good thing. That means that we don't have a good enough, like, you know, trash section connection. And I see traffic is piling up here. A roundabout would do really well, but I feel like, I don't know. Why is everyone taking the... Everyone's taking the inner roads. No one's actually driving in the tunnel, you see? Oh, well, there's one guy. Maybe there's still too much to do up north here. I think that's the problem. Let's see if it'll fix itself with the highway. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Who knows? All right, let's extend our water a little bit. Oh, it will. See what's happening already? Returning to facility? Wait, what? Returning around? What are you doing? Where is it going? It's taking the highway all the way to... Where is it going? Okay, God knows where you're going. They're all returning. Oh, here's some people coming in. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm wondering what these guys are doing. It's importing... Oh, okay. It's importing, like, food and stuff. Agricultural products. And that's probably because our farm over here wasn't working at the time. Are they working now? Yeah, it seems like they're operating normally. And this is quite... See, it's quite the traffic here, guys. It's not great to live here, to be honest. But it's fine. They won't complain about anything. All right, so Washington is really starting to get a shape here. How about we kind of fill the rest up with some skyscrapers? I mean, it is Washington, you know. I've actually never been in Washington. I really need to go there. So we just extend this part. We connect the road. And what about over here? We'll just keep it like that. We'll make a nice road connection behind Washington as well. Perfect. And then that's gonna be our, like, you know, residential area. That's where the people of the Washington will live. They like. Again, we're gonna build a small connection here. Only one way, so nobody actually can get in. You can only get in from that side. Oh, wow! There's a lot of interest in Washington. What we're actually gonna have to do is we're gonna have to put a police station down here and some emergency services, because it's lacking this in the area. How about we put it right between Philadelphia and Washington? A hospital. Kind of serving both. It's probably not like that in real life, but in the game it is. We're gonna do the same with the, we're gonna do the same with the fire department. I feel like that's the best option we have. And the police department, you know what? We'll do that as well. There you go. There you go. Everyone's happy now. Wow. On the big road, like it's supposed to be there. Now we're gonna have to work on our trash solution. I feel like behind here, close to Pittsburgh, we could have another industrial zone that kind of picks up trash from the East Coast. And look, the East Coast is starting to look so good. It's really starting to fill up. Traffic is an absolute mess this way, though. We need to fix that. See, they're taking this inner route to go up north. The question is, how do we fix that? You know, how do we fix this problem? There's so many here. You know, he probably came from the highway. Probably came from here. What we'll do is we'll make a policy in New Jersey, which is this area right over here. Is there any commercial areas here? No, there's not. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that trucks are not allowed to go here. They're gonna have to find another way around, aka take the highway like normal people. We got city planning, and then we're gonna say heavy traffic off. No heavy transport vehicles allowed. So these guys are gonna get out of here, and then they're just gonna have to find another way around. All right, let's put some schools down in Washington. We do need that. People need to be educated in the world, guys. In this world, they need to be educated. How about we put another university down here? Right in front of the White House. I feel like that's a good place to have a university. And Washington isn't done yet. We can expand it like crazy. But I feel like a metro station in front of the White House is a good idea. You know, we do need that. So we're gonna put one down right there. We're just gonna connect this line. There you go. Washington is now connected to Philadelphia and New Jersey, Manhattan and Brooklyn and JFK as well. They can get around easily. It's pretty easy. And look what's happening. Traffic is starting to pile up here, and that is because all the farmers are now not allowed to take this road, which turns out traffic is solved. Pretty good, pretty good. Now, we're actually starting to get a major issue with trash here. Now, trash creates pollution, right? Noise pollution, and also it's polluting our area. So we can't put it down here because then our food is gonna be dirty. I don't like that. I don't like dirty food. How about we connect an industrial area from behind this hill to our area over here? I think that'll work, right? Why not? Also, maybe it's a better idea to connect the farmers area way earlier, like right over here. And then just make this like a bigger road so they can drive faster. See, farmers are actually happy about that. I think it looks better if it's like a farm road, but hell, if they don't want it, then why not? And we're just gonna change this one. This is gonna be an exit only. There you go. So now they can only take this road. What if we put in like plant here? Okay, we're gonna put a recycling center down. Hopefully it doesn't affect our food, but we'll see what happens to it. It'll save people start getting ill from it. But we do need a recycling center here because I don't want trucks going around all the time. It needs to be quite local, you know? And see, now all the trucks are going right through Washington, right in front of the White House towards the highway, which is good. We want it to be like this. So it's not actually affecting any other traffic anywhere else. This is good. See, the traffic everywhere else is actually really good. Look at Manhattan. This is not what Manhattan is like. It's dead around here. Towers are starting to pop out though. Look at this. Although I see we're getting an issue here with a dead person waiting for transport. What's with that? Okay, how about we just put one of these things down here? All right, so our recycling center is now collecting garbage. You can see that they're driving around. That's really good. That is actually positive news. What's happening to you guys? What are you doing? You're bringing this to Juice Press. Why are you not taking this road? Why is he driving around like that? That doesn't make any sense. Something we have as well is the Pentagon, guys. Look at this. It's way too big. I can't put this anywhere. It's way too big. It's literally like 10 times the size of Manhattan. Like, what's the point? So yeah, I do want to put that down, but I just don't have a bigger one. So, or a smaller one. So yeah, it's not gonna happen. So, like you guys probably know, Atlanta has the biggest airport in the world, or at least it used to be the biggest airport in the world. Whatever it is, it's a huge airport, and we're gonna put this one down over here somewhere. So we're gonna have to flat out this area, and then hopefully we can start working our way to Atlanta, and eventually down to Miami as well. But yeah, this area is starting to work out. It's starting to do really well. The trash is being collected. Traffic is not bad. Town's doing well, you know, the town is doing well. All right, so let's start working on Atlanta. First, we gotta soften the terrain, which is gonna take a little bit of time. Sorry, Atlanta, it's gonna take time. I'm not sure if there's any demand here for an airport, though. We only have 16,000 people living in the United States so far. We already have JFK, which is performing okay. But just for realism, we're gonna add this gigantic airport. Maybe around it, we can create a big agriculture area or an industrial area. So the airport becomes very useful for like transporting goods and stuff. Which, by the way, we haven't actually worked on transporting stuff with the train. We could get on that as well. I think that's something we should do. Train lines are very useful to make good money in this game. All right, I softened the terrain. You can definitely see it. It's something. Let's see. Can we put an airport down? It's still too steep. All right. Well, we'll have to make it happen. You know what I mean? just gonna grab a part. We're just gonna level it. It's gonna be like, this is our terrain. This is where our airport's gonna go. Everybody else who lives here out of the way. This is gonna be an airport. I think that'll work. No? Seriously? That's as flat as a pancake. Are you kidding me right now? Oh, there you go. That's something, but that's like, I want it to be a little bit on the edge at least. There you go. I think this is good. Right by the shoreline. Could put like a cruise ship port here. That's good. That's a good spot. It's a little bit too much west from Atlanta, but it doesn't matter. It's gonna connect to New Orleans as well. What's the noise pollution like here, by the way? Okay, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Great. That's awesome. We got a big airport. Could put another one down around LA. LAX is quite big too. But yeah, Atlanta Airport is an important one. It's an important airport in the world, so I think this is right. What we're doing right here is right. All right, we're just gonna connect it with a roundabout. I mean, that'll work, right? We got a roundabout. There you go. Perfect. Oh, look at this terminal. It's awesome. Now, like I said, we don't really have the demand for this airport, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll have it. We'll make it happen. Now, just like the other cities, Atlanta needs a really nice center as well with big skyscrapers. You know what's funny? In Europe, you don't really see that very often. You only have London with tall towers. Rotterdam has some, but like many cities don't have tall towers. I don't know why. It's not like they're not successful, because they are. I don't know why it works like that. Okay, that looks good for a tower central. This is our tower central, guys. Now, for a little change, how about we put a football stadium down here? Isn't that cool? Semi-close to the airport and the residential area. Football station, that'll work. That'll be awesome. Oh, look at that. I love it. Well, if I'm not mistaken, there's actually one in the center of Atlanta as well. There's pretty much one in the center of every single city, but it doesn't matter. It's realism. It works like this. So we have a train station here. Now, we don't have any train lines yet, but I feel like we could make it happen. Okay, how about we put a train station right next to the airport? Right over there. People can take the train. We'll make a train station in Washington, in Manhattan, all those cities. I think that's going to be a good new part of our adventure here. And also, of course, we need to continue our metro line. The metro goes from the center, or from the airport to the center of Atlanta, and to Washington and Richmond as well, which is gonna be kind of small in the corner. Charlotte is pretty much the highway. You're welcome. I'm realizing I'm trying to build too many cities and we don't have space for that. Okay, create a new line. You can literally take the metro all the way to Washington, Philadelphia, Manhattan, JFK. How insane is that? Times Square. Oh God. This is an adventure. And you know, you take it right back to the airport again. What about a cruise ship port? Can we build that here? A harbor? Oh, we can't. We can only do it on this coast. Oh, that sucks, kind of. But I guess Miami's lucky. You're gonna get a big cruise ship here. All right, let's continue building Atlanta. We're gonna go with like more residential homes, like nice houses here on this side. I only want the center to have big towers. I feel like if everything is about big towers, it's just gonna be a bit strange. And yeah, America works on blocks, so that's why we're just building straight roads. That's the way it works in America, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. It actually speeds up the process a lot. I love it. Okay, the people who live here are kind of unlucky. Yeah, they're gonna get a plane close to them. That's not good. All right, there you go. Let's see if people will start building here. Oh, it's already happening. It's already happening, guys. I love it. Okay, the train station doesn't have any connections yet. We'll work on that. Where even is the train line? There's one right here, which I disconnected for some reason. I don't know why. Let's connect that one real quick while we can do... come on. There you go, beautiful. Little train line. Oh, whoa, what's happening here? Atlanta! Looking good today. There you go, Atlanta's got power now. Something it is still missing is like a good school. So how about we put a community school down? Like, where? Where do we put the community school down? Kind of like just in the residential area, right? That's where it belongs. And the high school up north. There you go. Perfect. Man, I love how the United States is turning out in City Skylines. We already built 3 cities. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I was right. I feel like Washington is kind of small, though. We should probably expand that area a little bit. How's our traffic doing? Okay, traffic's doing terrible. Why is it doing terrible? It's this intersection over here that's a problem. Where are you guys gonna go? He's a student at the university. Oh, is the university causing trouble here? No, it's not. How's JFK doing? 200 passengers! Oh! Our airport's doing well. There's not a plane landing. 200 passengers! The planes are starting to fill up, guys. That's awesome. We do have a trash issue, though. Okay, let's put a recycling center down. There you go. Now you'll be happy. Actually, like, JFK is doing insanely well. There's so many passengers coming in, which is great. Look at that. Oh my god. Where y'all going? He's a university student. Going home, going home. They're all going home. That's great, though. They're taking a plane to go to the university. Don't you just love that? Feel like there's an issue with the traffic here, though. That is not good. They're going to the White House. But where are you from? Oh, it's a tourist. What about you? Where are you living? You're living on the hills. You're working in Manhattan. And you're driving to Washington. Gosh, all quite far away from each other. You know, take the train or something, buddy. All right, how about we fill the rest of the area here between Washington and Richmond up? I think Richmond is a part of Washington at this point. Maybe we can put some high residential towers down over here, and the rest is gonna be small residential towers. Because otherwise, it's gonna get too packed with people. We don't want that. I mean, we want people to live here, but like, you know, they gotta live here. All right, I built some roads. How about we fill them up with small homes over here? Not everybody wants to live in a tower, guys. Me neither, to be honest. Me neither. I have voice cracks all the time. Now, we gotta make sure all these guys have water because they are thirsty. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Everyone is starting to move in. And, yo, they have a beautiful view over the ocean here. The Atlantic Ocean. Looking great. Still haven't started on Orlando, Jacksonville, and Miami, but wow, we have done a lot this episode. Feel like we need to put some piers down, though. How about a little pier over here? A little pier over here. You know, we can't have an empty shoreline. Gosh. Look at all these piers in Manhattan, by the way. There's like cars on them. I didn't even know that was possible. But wow, looking good. People are using them. There's a lot of towers here now. Really starting to look like proper Manhattan. And the rest, how are you looking? Actually, really good. Really good. Residential area right below, what's this, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's actually killing it here. It's very, very busy in town. And then the residential area right up on Philadelphia is actually really cute. Look at these houses. Oh my god. These are mansions. These are freaking mansions, guys. Oh, look at that view. That's amazing. And then if you go a little bit more south, you've got the White House. Looking amazing as well. The front especially. Really nice. People are actually going here. There's like tourists everywhere. There's a metro line right over here. Maybe I should create a pathway that connects these areas. Really, really like this area so far. Now, Washington connects to Richmond, which is like this area. I don't have anything special from Richmond in here yet, but we'll get there. And then this big highway and this really nice residential area as well. Look at that. Ooh, a lot of houses. Big highway connecting to Atlanta, which is a massive city all of a sudden. I don't know how quickly I built this, but wow. It's big. It's really big. And there's actually a lot of hills. I don't think they're there in real life. But how is our airport doing here? A mega airport. I actually saw a bunch of planes landing earlier. I don't know where they went now. But passengers served last week. Oh, it said 200 and now it's on 0. Ooh. We'll get there. We'll get there. Eventually, we'll start filling up the area. And Atlanta Airport will be our main airport because we're also going to build like an industrial area. Probably around here on the north side. Which is going to be really useful for transport and cash flow. Now, are you running out of water? We are running out of water. Where do we get water from? Right over here. Is this Newfoundland? Is that how they call it? Newfoundland? I don't know. So guys, one problem with this map is that like if you look at it, the United States is super stretched out. Look at like the lake over Chicago. Like, it's not that big in real life. Like, it's not as long as the whole of the United States, this lake, which it is in the game. So they kind of stretched it a little bit. So we have a lot less space in the south, but we have a lot of room up north. Look at this. So much building room. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, the problem is, with a lot of building room, there's not actually any big cities here. I think you've got Toronto, you've got like Montreal, there's probably one more, Quebec, but up north, there's nothing there. Like, there's some small towns, but like nothing huge. So that kind of sucks that we have a lot of room, which we can't really do anything with. I guess we are gonna make a gigantic Seattle, which is gonna be like, kaboom, really big. And then Vancouver is gonna be massive. But yeah, I think we're gonna leave it here for this episode. Episode 2 was a really cool one. We have progressed quite a lot. Oh, look, there's planes here, finally. What do we got? 4 passengers. We're doing great, we're doing great. 75, okay, that's something. So they're actually taking off from here, and they're landing in JFK right now. That's new, okay. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, he's landing. Nice, good job. Wow, what a great pilot. Leave a like on this video if you are enjoying my City Skylines series. Guys, I was thinking maybe I should start live streaming this. I mean, why not? Let me know if you want me to live stream it. I could do that, but then I'll have to like think about a time slot or something so that you guys don't miss out on it. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Hoo-ha! Oh, we got another plane. What we got? Oh, 0 passengers. We're doing great. Bye! Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, leave a like, and head over to jellystore.com to check out our limited 30% sale on the Jelly Shirt and Jelly Hoodie bundle. 30%, everyone. 30% sale.